This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
Okay, I sort of feel like it might be time for a different approach to legendaries. Sure, legendary weapon, awesome. Maybe make this a weapon with an extra effect, I don't know, similar to like a artifact from shows past. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. What am I talking about? I think it might be time, folks, for a legendary combat pet. Like, usable by, say, hunters or warlocks or, I don't know if shaman and mages, if their pet thing, if there's a certain way of specking that makes that pet, like, permanent or whatever. I don't know. I'm just the idea guy. I'm not the implement this shit guy. But how cool would that be? Like, you got to get a legendary drop? Cool. Ooh, that guy has the legendary wolf named Ramsgar or some shit like that. That would be so cool. It'd be fucking epic. Make it happen, Blizzard.
Thrall's balls! They're everywhere!
Thrall's Balls. The World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Gershom and Woolly. What's up, swingaz? From the tbhq in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode number 154. I think it's 154? I'm pretty sure that's right. I am Woolly, the Diabolist Warlock. Diabolist Warlock. I wrote Lock, whatever. And King of Bullshit, and here with me is Gershom, the sassy-ass pack-leading hunter. Hi, Gershom.
Hi, Woolly. So,
how's it going?
It's going good. Your thought, though, can I extrapolate on your open a little bit?
100%.
Yeah, I know you were like, this bitch is gonna have something to say about that. But okay, so first of all, I think that's a really cool idea. I do like the idea of having like some sort of ungettable legendary pet. Also because like I don't feel like BM hunters are doing that well right now, but my eye level's really low. So whatever, we'll get to that. But the idea of having these legendary pets, I think is awesome and faithful and fair to the hunter class, but I just know that the whole community is going to blow up that like, oh, this class got something we couldn't get. Like it's a pipe dream out of the gate. It's a good idea.
I mean,
though.
that happens with every single.
I know, and it's like, shamans get no love, but druids get the thing. Like, eventually, warlocks are going to be like, why can't we have the pet? Why can't shamans make their ghost wolf like legendary? Why can't druids have all their farm? Okay, guys, I mean, it'd be nice for one class to get thrown one thing, but I think we know in the world that we exist in that doesn't get to happen.
Well, I had sort of been thinking of the idea as one that could be used by various pet classes, like maybe make it a weapon and the weapon changes
like
your
warbands thing. Like if you have a hunter in your warband and you have other pet classes who can use pets, like warlocks or other classes, I get. Like, is that what you were going for? Like, sorry.
No, I mean, like, I'm thinking more like, let's say it's, I don't know, something kind of lame like a belt. But if you play a pet class, your pet can then take on the appearance of some legendary pet from years past or something. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're a warlock,
cool.
your imp would look like whatever this creature is. So would your fell hunter if you're a it's all the same animal. Or same creature.
Maybe if you had like a warrior with that piece, it could summon you like a Logosh or something fucking outrageous like that. Like,
I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be really cool to have a legendary pet.
It's not horrible. It sounded a little more basic. Like, oh, hunters should just get this thing. And I'm like, no, they're never going to do that.
First of all, I am never going to give hunters something when warlocks can have it too and not mention warlocks. Come on.
Right. No, I know.
So, what have you done in WoW this week?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if it's possible to say that like I didn't play a whole lot due to like real life stuff, but I got a lot done. So I was kind of going into the week. I went into the beginning of the week. So like we record on Sunday, so that's perfect. Like by the time I play again, it's Monday and it's pretty much reset. So I kind of started off kind of untangling myself. I felt myself getting a little bit tangled up in all the story. Like there's delves and there's dungeons and there's Sojourner that I haven't finished. And I finally finished the campaign, and I finally finished the like campaign, like the post everything, unlock the earthen, Anduin, my boy. He got back in touch with the light. I know I'm speaking as a horde person, but that shit had me actual crying literal tears. So I've been putting little memes like, oh, I almost cried about this, I almost cried about that. Yo, when he got Khadgar to come back to life, spoilers, sorry, is it okay? You can bleep it out if you want.
There's no way I'm bleeping that.
It's been too long. I was behind. Yeah, like no, I was so far behind.
Khadgar's alive.
Khadgar's alive because Anduin used the light.
He turned himself into Mountain Dew.
Man, he, and then Anduin came in with the light. I was literally, tears were streaming down my face. I mean, I might have been a little stoned, like that might have happened late last night when the girls weren't here and I was playing Warcraft, but I'm saying I full on cried. I full on like covered my eyes and cried about Anduin doing that. So that's great. And I think like, other than just doing like, world quests for my weekly, like I did a lot of that. I'm working on my reputations, and just doing the weekly dungeon, which is fun. I love follower mode. If I haven't done the weekly dungeon before, I'll just queue for a follower mode. You don't get credit for doing that. You have to do it at like normal or above. But I think it's so great. Like so many of these I've run through one time and been like, okay, now I know what to do. Or maybe a couple times. Like I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I was having trouble with like the Dawnbreaker the scenario or instance, the Dawnbreaker dungeon where you go on the boat and you have to like fly down after the scary spider lady and stuff. Like that took practice for me. So doing it as long as I needed to do on follower, like, yeah, I wasn't getting credit and I wasn't getting great vault credit, but now when I queue for my heroics, I can say, okay, I know how to do that one, right?
Hey.
Yeah, and just sort of doing other little like weekly things, awakening the machine. That was fun. That was like a little gauntlet thing you do. It's like 20 waves of bosses. I consistently get up to like 15 or 17, but I haven't done the whole thing yet. The guy's like, we're getting out of here. You're losing hate. We're out of here. And I'm like, okay.
Are you making sure you pick up the little green vials the heal bots drop? Because that'll help you out.
I have not heard of little green vials that heal bots drop until right now.
Yep.
So
it'll give
great.
Your earthen fella in the middle a little more help, but I think
I was wondering, I'm like, his health goes down and it never goes back. Like,
yeah.
Wow. Okay. No, that's good. I had not heard of that. I love this. That's great. Sometimes when I'm doing delves, I almost forget that Bran is like throwing me little potions on the floor too. And those are pretty good. I switched Bran to healing mode because I'm like, my DPS isn't that great, but having more DPS from him and no healing is not a good call. So like, I mean, to segue into that, I guess I've been doing like a few more, I got like a few more delves. I got enough to like complete the delve intro. So I got the little flying machine. I'm literally at like 499 mounts. It's so stupid. Like the next
Can I ask you something about delves?
Yeah.
What pet do you use when you're running through there?
So my pet right now is oh my god, I can't even remember. Shit, what is Gershom using right now? Do I need to have like a tenacity or a ferocity or something? Like I
don't know enough about pets to know what those
I don't even
mean,
know
but,
which pet I'm using right now. I'm trying to remember.
The reason
I'm using
asking...
pterodaxes. Sorry. So I think they're like a cunning pet. So I probably could do better if I swapped out to like a ferocity, like a tank pet.
That's what I was gonna suggest, because like when I was still trying to do 8s while under geared so I could get gear, which by the way, they need to reassess what gear level you should be for a certain level of delve, because
I'm only on 4s right now. I can beat 4s, but I go to 5s and I get spanked. But my eye level, like I'm barely qualified for heroic. I'm literally like 567 exactly right now, which is a non-raider, I guess.
it was around like 570, 580 that I was doing 8s, and they're saying you should be 600, and that's just no. But what I think helped me out there, and will help you a lot, is I had originally been using my Fellhound for the interrupt, and I'm like, do I really need an interrupt that much in here, and do I need it that often that I can't just use my Unbound Horror or whatever the hell it's called, that Warlock Instant Fear?
Okay.
So I swapped to my Blueberry. So I'm thinking maybe switch to like a turtle or a bear or something.
Probably. I probably could use like a tank pet. But you know, that's the fun, is like none of this is really putting my pubes in that much of a tangle. Like,
yeah.
You know, like I'm just having fun right now and understanding that, and like also, as I've touched on before, like understanding that even though the expansion is going to end, like this story that we're in right now is, you know, a little longer. Like I don't feel so bad taking a little long. I know that like I do need to get my item level up, but right now it just feels clean and fun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then other than that, like, oh my God, just like as a final thought, I didn't even write anything about this, but I remembered I wanted to talk about it, was just finally seeing all the cinematics at the end. Like, obviously, huge shout out to like the Tara and Gregory team and the art team and everyone who does these cinematics and these arts and these screenshots and stuff. But like Xalatath with her big old toe, this girl, she's intriguing, right? I mean, I can't really talk about it like lore-wise. I know the whole like Naifu thing and like, but like I really don't know that much about her. I feel like even if you were just getting into WoW, like right this second somehow randomly, like, oh, my dad used to play WoW and I'm gonna play WoW now, you know? Xalatath is an interesting and very good introduction into a bad. Like, I don't feel, sorry to interrupt. I don't feel like with the jailer, it was like, oh, it was almost like comical the whole time. That was like not the last big bad. We had Dragonflight, and like we've also mentioned, like, oh, the big bads in Dragonflight felt a little forgettable. Like you beat them, and it's like Razageth, like, oh, cool, she's gone now. Like Xalatath, bitch is not going nowhere. Like, you all be prepared to simp out with those big old clog hoppers she got. Them nasty ass black toenails. I don't know what is with that, but she's intriguing as fuck. Were you gonna say something? I'm so sorry.
You shouldn't apologize. I was interrupting like an asshole. No, like fucking Xalatath, there is something she did that perfectly defines her as a villain of the void, from the shadow, you know, the void that exists only to consume everything. It is evil for the sake of being evil. It just wants to consume. No reason, no overarching bullshit, just wants to destroy everything. Just because it can. Xalatath shows up to mock Ansurek. She's like, by the way, you suck. You're a total dead-ass bitch.
I need to do the
See
story
you later.
mode. Oh my God.
And she had nothing to gain by doing that. Literally nothing. And it didn't advance the story. It didn't advance a damn thing. It was just Xalatath showing up to twist the knife just because she enjoyed it. And that is what makes her perfectly underscored as a void villain. She does it because she can, because she enjoys it, because she wants to.
So like so you remember when like her and Illyria have, as far as I remember, like the last confrontation that they had, Xalatath was like, you go into like the throne room or whatever, and you're like, what's going on? And then you roll up in there and she's there obviously, and she taunts Illyria. She's like, oh, you can't kill me and whatever, da da da.
Yeah.
And Illyria's like, I'm gonna fucking kill what powers you. And she shatters that thing that she's holding. What is it called? That she stole out of the dungeon?
That is the Dark Heart.
The Dark Heart, yeah. So like she shatters that thing, and old girl just like dissolves, and she looks like an old god to me. So I don't understand why everyone, like, she was like, oh, the old gods are dead, it's my turn. Like, I mean, it's an old god expansion, right? I'm just throwing some thoughts out there. I know she's not an old god, but like, what was up? You seen when she disappeared, it looked all tentacly and gross.
So, because they call her the Harbinger, I'm kind of making a parallel here. So, hear me out on this because it's going to delve into real life religion bullshit. But
No, please, I'm ready. Wait, I have all the time in the world right now.
So, like, picture a scenario where hell is real, and the Antichrist is the harbinger of hell. I'm thinking of Xal'atath as essentially the Antichrist. And that's what she is. She's not an old god. She's just this harbinger, the figure from the void, here to be like, fuck all you bitches, I'm dragging you to hell.
What do you think her relationship to the old gods is, though? I mean, because she got released from the Lego through N'Zoth, right? Or am I wrong on that one?
I actually think she's above the old gods in terms
See, that's
of
what
like
I'm wondering.
void
But does she
hierarchy.
like control them, or is it just like, nah, like I'm too fucking, I don't care about y'all bitches. I'm the best or something.
I don't think there's any control either way. The old gods all fucking hated each other, kind of like the elementals, that all elemental lords all fucking hated each other. It's just a mishmash of crisscrossing butt bullshit.
Yeah, and she says some weird kind of gaslighting, hateful things to like Illyria, like your race is just a bunch of destroyers. You're only happy when you're angry, and like I don't know. That sounds that just sounds like some gaslighting shit. That sounds like if someone was stuck in an angry place, they might believe it.
Yeah.
And so her playing with Illyria like that gets on my nerves because I'm like, come on, Illyria, like you're not angry like that. You've gotten a control of your anger. You have a family, you have these things, but then all of a sudden, like Xal'atath, like, I mean, it's the war within. It's called the war within. So it's pretty interesting to see like kind of this extreme sort of gaslighting and almost like mental abuse of like Illyria and what she has to pawn off to her family in what Tyrellian. I didn't want Tyrellian to show up. I didn't give a fuck if he never showed up, but he did, and he's sad, and she's leaving again, and she's like, I'll come back to you, I always do. But it's like Xal'atath's mental abuse sort of trickles down the shit chute, and then Illyria has to kind of low-key mentally abuse her husband for no reason except that she has to go do what she has to go do, right? Like she doesn't want to, but poor Tyrellian's over here, and I would never thought I would say the words poor Tyrellian, but he's over here like with full-on fucking trust.
I mean, I feel way worse for Eretor, honestly. Fuck.
Yeah, no, I know. I thought about that. I'm like, where the fuck's the kid? What's going on with the kid? Is she still with Varisa or some shit? I don't know. But I mean, you know what I mean? It's like Xal'atath is that perfect sort of character creation with the gaslighting and the kind of low key, slow and steady mental abuse that could tear things apart, and it doesn't take a whole lot. It just takes some vicious words and some bad ideas. Yeah. Like she's not gonna go in and slit Tyrellian's throat. That's not what she's going after. She's trying to destroy like the psyche of families, of Azeroth, of her councils, of the Horde and the Alliance. Like all of that is nothing to her. She just wants to destroy. And that's an interesting. I think I'm glad that they're giving it 3 expansions for this to play out, because this is a very long game, and I think it's going to be fun to watch that.
They are employing a literary tactic here. Illyria and Xal'atath are foils of each other.
Right.
In
correct.
literature,
Yes.
what a foil is, if anybody doesn't know.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's a foil is 2 characters that are very similar, but also incredibly different in very important ways. Like, for example, Illyria and Xal'atath, both have the appearance of a void elf, even though Xal'atath definitely is not a void elf, while Illyria is, but they're both heavily steeped in the void. They both have ambition, even if it's for different things. But then where they differ is incredibly important, because where Illyria wants to hold everything together, Xal'atath wants to destroy everything. Right. Where Illyria's motivation is her love for her family. Xalatath's motivation is her love for chaos. It's just amazing.
Yeah,
they really need to do this right.
I'm having faith. I'm having faith in it. So, and like one more thing to mention, like the literary device of a foil. It's so funny because a lot of times you'll feel like when you have two opposing characters like that, you'll feel like one wants to be the other, or one is jealous of the other, to the point where like those things that, so like there's one who's just a little bit stronger, and I'm going to drop it on the floor right here. I don't think that Illyria is trying to be anything like Xalatath. I think Xalatath is jealous of something that Illyria has. I don't think she's that far gone. I know it's like she's out here destroying everything, but it almost sounds like people I've encountered in real life who are so upset about what other people have, who are their same person, right? So you're getting back to the foil, like, wow, we went through the same exact things. We're essentially the same, but like I still have this hatred of you. I feel like Xalatath has that hatred for Illyria, and I know Illyria is like angry with Xalatath and she wants to kill her, but she doesn't have that like base in her heart hatred that Xalatath has for like Azeroth. Like there's something in her, like she wants to kill it for like some reason, if that makes any sense.
It does. It kind of leads toward a plot point that I don't want to spoil because it's like 20 years in the making, that was dropped on us with a quest involving Dagran, where we gotta go get those little Titan disc thingies, the little Titan communion wafers, and bring them to him. And then they start talking about like Titan structures all over the planet and what the hell they're for. I'm gonna technically it wouldn't be a spoiler to say that, but it is such an important lore bomb that I'm choosing that I think we should stay away from that one for just a couple weeks. Because it also, I'm definitely going to want to talk about it because it supports part of a theory that I've had for a long time. I forgot why I brought it up.
No, I brought it up and we could put a pin in it, but I only did the first one, like the 100 first discs. So like Norgadon shows up or whoever. Yeah, like the Titan shows up. I'm gonna have to go back and do this again, but I know
you're probably the last person in the world I want to ruin a 20-year-old plot point for.
I mean, if you want to, you can, but if you want to get weeks, then we can talk about it in a couple weeks. It's up to you.
We'll give it a couple weeks.
Okay. All right.
Basically, go hang out with Dagran. He's
kind of actually. By the way, I love him.
He's totally channeling like a little bit of an echo of Magni, by the way, by being down in that little room that looks exactly like the Heart of Azeroth room. And
that's so odd. I know.
I love that. I fucking love Dagran. He's awesome.
I love Dagran. I love his books. And honestly, like, I know we're going on for a long time, but
oh, who cares? It's our show. We can do what we want.
Yeah, fuck it. So like I think I meant to say this last week, and just to like get into like how every sort of creature or race is having their war within, like, oh, the oathbound, they all become unbound now, you know, like all this stuff. We've talked about it for weeks and weeks. Moira, dude, Moira's like, she's my girl. I love her too, and I feel like a lot of her war within is actually something that I can really relate to as a mother. Like a lot of her war within is about Dagran. Right from the beginning, like right when we were doing the Radiant Echoes event, the pre-patch event, and she's down there like, oh, you'll find Dagran up in the library. That's why he wanted to be here. And like that girl is all about her son. And that was, I don't know, that was just fun for me to play through. Like now I've finished the campaign. She's not showing up every single place, but like her go-getter attitude and her like single mom life attitude, like she has it going on too. Like, I mean, this expansion is just so filled with like intriguing characters that we've been wanting to know about. Like Dragonflight was great. I would probably count Dragonflight as one of my favorite expansions. But this one is really hitting a lot. Like in Dragonflight, for instance, I was like, okay, we're dealing with these elemental nasty people. Where's Thrall? Thrall's nowhere. Now, like, I feel like everybody's back. We're getting these backstories. It's just feeling really, really good. I think I'll wrap up my rant, but like falling in love with like the Moira story, the Dagran story. I play Horde. I don't give a fuck about dwarves. These dudes are cool as fuck. I love them. I'm doing all the side quests, and the real MVP as I wrap up is the stay a while and listen, guys. If you see a stay a while and listen, fucking stay a while and listen, because they're good.
Hell yeah.
They're good. Are you doing yeah. Like I posted that on the Discord.
No, I haven't been doing any stay a while and listen.
Oh, bro.
A lot of them I end up seeing on Wowhead when I'm looking for news articles.
Probably. Oh man, they're so good though. Like I think I posted on Twitter, and like friend of the show Boomy Nation was like, I stop everything I'm doing and like click on it because they're so good. So if you're not doing the stay a while and listen, they're not like, oh, we're gonna wrap up what you just did. I feel like that's what they did before a little bit. They were kind of like, oh, you just did this quest and here's what happened. No, these stay a while and listens are like, oh, you just did this quest. Now here's what's actually gonna happen. Like Brinth and Dagran talk, about the future of like the machine makers and the Dark Iron Dwarf. Like it's really good. Do the stay a while and listen. I'm gonna shut up now. We should go on to the rest of the show.
The best example of why you should ever stick around for a stay a while and listen was from Dragonflight, with that elderly dragon whose visage was a dwarf. Just do them. They're important. They're not important.
Oh, that guy. Oh no, that was so sad. I know.
So sad.
Varistraz. Varistraz. That was his name. It was Varistraz.
Shit. What was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like there's an opportunity they have a potential to miss here. So in that 20th anniversary, we're going to be having Blackrock Depths, I have a hard time saying that word, opened as a raid for the time being, just to have a little fun. And the final boss of that is Dagran's dad, Dagran Thorzen. They definitely could have had something in there where, like, because it's all about time walking anyway, it's about looking back, just have a little flavor quest where you have Dagran come hide out and watch, and then he can meet his dad. I don't know. Just why not?
His little toddler, his little baby legs. He just walk in there and be like, Daddy.
No,
the heroes of the horde just
our
killed
Dagran.
him. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dagran then, he couldn't even get out of that fucking horse trough.
Bassinet he was in for like 17 years. I love me some Dagran though. He's so cool. I wish they wouldn't do it like that. I wish they would let characters like grow a little bit. But like, I mean, we saw that with other favorite characters. We've seen that with like Anduin. Like he was the creepy kid running around Stormwind, and like, oh, now he's Anduin. He's here in Pandaria. He's a teenager, so it's like, I guess.
Speaking of Dagran the First, he's definitely in Maldraxxus somewhere, right? He's gotta be. The motherfucker went out fighting.
He's gotta be. Yeah. I hope so. I still have a Maldraxxus hand-painted logo hanging above my desk, framed and everything. I'm Maldraxxus till I die, dude. Necrolords forever. So yeah, I think Dagran belongs there.
I'd say
Although Dagran the Second does not belong there.
Oh, hell no.
He belongs in the mage place, or like the thinker place.
He belongs in he's a pure soul, bro. He's going to Bastion.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Of course, he is young. He has a chance to turn into a real bastard still. Anyways, not to talk about Shadowlands. That was a dark time for most. What I've been up to in WoW, because we're a half hour into the show, and we've gotten halfway through our first segment. I love it when we do that. Well, went into the raid with my guild, collected company. We cleared normal. We're going to be doing another clear of normal before we move into heroic. The item level they're asking us to get is unbelievably reasonable. It's like, for a raider, in this current era of WoW, getting 595, I think they're asking for, is not hard at all. And I think it was 570 or something they wanted us the first time. I'm sitting at like 605, something like that, 607. So I'm not worried about that. I am, however, stocking the fuck up on Valor Stones and all kinds of other crests and shit, because I don't just want to be in the raid. I want to fucking wreck shit, you know? I've got this like weird little competitive bug nipping at the end of my stubby little shillelagh, and you know, I wanna be competitive. I wanna stand out. Speaking of which, I think thinking about that has got me to a point where I was reflecting on everything you were saying about delves last week, and how it's bullshit that people in big groups were able to just go in and wipe the floor with that shit when they shouldn't have been able to. Blizzard has kind of tuned that a bit so that it's not necessarily the best way to do it anymore. Except it got me thinking, and I was watching a Taliesin and Evitel video about delves, and the one thing that Taliesin said that stood out to me was that Blizzard don't really know what they want delves to be, do they? And I think that's kind of probably true.
We
like,
mentioned, sorry to interrupt, but we did mention this last week. We're like, oh, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, and I'm not sure Blizzard knows what it wants to be. So go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, they're not defined well enough. Like, and that might seem weird because, yeah, they are. They run from this tier to this tier. You are recommended to have this amount of gear to do it. The different scenarios are blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But even if I go in, I'm running like, say, a tier 8 delve, and I'm running fungal folly or whatever, the scenario within them changes what seems like every time you zone in, right? Or is there a different way to like kind of
like
that
each
system?
each one has 3 different versions that, as far as I know, it just rotates through.
Right.
And that's based on achievements. So like if you look at the achievements, if you pull up your achievements bar and you pull up like delves, like Fungal Folly will have like run all 3 of these storylines. But as far as I can tell, to keep it short, it's just random. Like you go in there and like I did one last night where I was like, oh, I've been to this one before, maybe I'll get a different version. And then when I finished it, like no achievement, so it wasn't the version. So yeah, I can see what you're saying, where like it's a little unclear still entirely what's going on, right?
Well, that's not the only sticking point for me. There's that. What else makes them not well defined enough is, I feel like, let's think about other endgame pillars. Like, let's take rating and compare that to, say, Mythic Plus. With Mythic Plus, there is a clearly defined goal people are usually trying to go after. They want that 3K rating. They want Keystone Master or whatever. They want to see how high they can push their key. Rating, they're like, okay, yeah, my guild's going to go for ahead of the curve. That's all we really want to do. Or they're like, we're going to go for cutting edge. Or some guilds, which we're going to see if Collected Company will do this after you get curve, maybe dabble in a couple mythic bosses. There is a clearly defined way of thinking about it. Since delves are still so new, you don't have that. What we do have is, well, there's Zekvir, and you have to do such and such to get to him to first, and it's going to be this big thing, and you do it all, and then you can kill him, and that's cool, except it's not enough of a pillar to stand on its own, because the achievement to kill Zekvir solo is called Let Me Solo Him. I don't know if they're still going to have that same achievement name for the next season with whatever the end boss would be for that. I don't know if the dirigible, which by the way is an ugly ass mount, but whatever, that's just an opinion that doesn't...
Got a nice green flag. You be quiet now.
There we go.
It's got a nice green flag.
My point is, compare the Keystone Master achievement to Ahead of the Curve, and then for Zekvir, Let Me Solo Him. I kind of feel like that achievement should have a more prestigious name kind of thing, and that I might be putting my foot in my mouth saying this because I have not fought Zekvir yet, but from what I hear, it's nowhere near as hard as people have said it should be. I feel like there should be a bit more prestige to it and a little bit more competitiveness. And the reason I'm thinking that is because, like, you're trying to go in here and do this stuff solo, right? That doesn't necessarily mean casual. It doesn't necessarily mean easy. It means solo. It means doing it alone.
Yeah.
I just feel like delves need a bit of a more of a competitive angle, maybe like a leaderboard or something. And honestly, I wouldn't hate there being something like, if they overhaul how the tiers work, if you could just keep scaling up the tier over, like, so it gets harder and harder and harder, kind of like they have the Great Push for Mythic Keys, even though that sounds like pooping, the Great Push. If they did something like that for delves, where the goal is to see how hard you can get Giggity, the highest tier you can do, and who in the world can possibly do the highest one, that would be really cool. I would love to see some, like, big names come up as, like, you never heard of them before, but they're the #1 delve pusher every season or something like that. That would be really cool.
I don't know though, like, I feel like casual players like me might, like, do you think that might, like, fright us off a bit? Like, it wouldn't make me scared. I don't scare easily and I don't care, but I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, there's these leaderboards now, well, I don't want to do it.
Quite frankly, I don't know if that would be that big of a problem, but also I think that if people were going to see there be some competitive things added into a solo leg of endgame play, and think that I think people would not be doing themselves any favors to assume that solo play should be purely casual play. Like, it's absolutely approachable from a casual sense. Like this is like a half-formed idea in my head, so I'm gonna just stop it there. But I don't know. What are you thinking?
Well, I think, no, I give credit to what you say. Like, being casual doesn't necessarily mean that, like, it can't be accessible to you, right? But, like, the more I think about it, I mean, I think that your idea of a leaderboard, maybe it's not so bad. When you lay it out the way that you lay it out, as long as Blizz doesn't take delves and make it something that, like, oh, you have to be on that competitive nature to win a prize, because the original idea was, oh, you do 4 of these and you get a vault piece, which I like. I have a vault piece coming just for doing delves, you know, and that's cool. That was the idea. So I think as long as, like, I guess overall the point of this conversation was delves feeling a bit unbalanced on either side. I feel like, yes, they can make it more competitive, but they also need to make it, for the folks who don't want to be competitive, less competitive, and we can just go into it the way we want. I'm not sure how they would achieve that, but I mean, I think delves overall are a great idea. I'm enjoying them, but I could see where they need, like, some tweaking as well.
Well, I suppose then what the kind of thing I'm proposing, where, like, not to use a buzzword, but the thing I'm proposing where you kind of treadmill the tiers, where you just keep ramping up the difficulty and never really hit a true edge. The kind of thing I'm suggesting, I suppose, would be something you could add on top of what already exists, because that way it's not taking away anything from the people who want to play them casually. Like, you'd still be able to get your Glory of the Delver or whatever it's called. That,
so
like,
they have, like, bountiful they have bountiful delves now. Like, would it make you happy to see something like an extremely bountiful delve, like something that you have to work to do harder, but if you don't want to do the harder thing, that's totally fine as well?
100%.
That's what you're going for. Okay, I got it.
Like, make something in there comparable to Mythic Raid difficulty that you don't have to approach, and you can still do all this other stuff and get all these other things that you can already get now.
I have to say I do like that they took it away. So there's some parts of it that are Torghast-y, like the layers and the level cap of what you can get and stuff like that, but at least it's not barring like your Lego or your progress in the game at all. Like, I think that's cool. They took the puzzles and they took the fun of Torghast, and also it's cooler because Bran's there. So instead of some guy going like at you, it's Bran going, "Don't stand in the fucking fire, champion," or whatever. Like, it's just overall has a little more whimsy and it's a little easier. So like overall, I still give Delves like a 10 out of 10. I don't have any problem with them.
I like Delves.
Yeah.
Like, and to put it a little more succinctly from what I was getting at earlier, I don't just do solo content. I enjoy solo content, but I am a raider. I raid, I do dungeons, all that. If I were only a solo content player, and then suddenly Delves are here, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, I would be wanting to push them as hard as I could possibly push them myself. So I think if that were the kind of player I was and I did not have the option of really challenging myself, I might be a little disappointed. Now, I'm saying all that, I'm not trying to say Zekvir's easy, because I don't know. I have not fought Zekvir. I've just heard that it's nowhere near as hard as people think it should be, is all I'm getting at. Actually, yeah, that about covers everything I was saying.
Nice.
Well, shall we move on to the mixed drink of the week? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck
It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any alcohol for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we are not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. Okay, so we have been going through final bosses in various raids in order from vanilla up to now, and we're still very early in the process. We have gotten to Zul'Gurub, the final boss, Hakkar. I am up this week with Hakkar, so Gershom, what do you think is in this? And I did remember give you a hint last week. Think of the corrupted blood incident.
Yeah, the corrupted blood incident.
We should explain what that is.
No, go ahead.
So, for a brief period in vanilla when Zul'Gurub was out, people discovered that they could get a dot put on their pet by Hakkar. And what this dot does is when it blows up, so to speak, it spreads to people nearby. It's a, standard raid mechanic. Don't stand next to your guys and you don't blow your friends up. Except people figured out that if you dismissed your pet and then brought them back when you were in Orgrimmar or something, standing at the auction house, you could spread that shit all around, and it would just constantly keep going out, and it became like a fucking disease thing. Like an actual in-game pandemic that Blizzard did not anticipate. And they fixed it, but while it was raging, people were going to the most remote places in the game to avoid getting caught. The ground in Orgrimmar and Stormwind looked like just a carpet of skeletons. I was not there. I wish I had been. But there are plenty of YouTube videos going over this thing. Go find them. It's fucking astounding. Like,
I wish
CDC
I had been there. That was
this.
that was right when I moved to Chicago and didn't have a computer. And I'd taken a few years off, and I just didn't have a computer and I wasn't playing. And then years later, I heard about this and I'm like, oh, if I had been playing, that would have happened to me. Maybe, I don't know. But like, who wants COVID, right? Like, oh, COVID happened to me. That was basically like, wow, COVID. Oh
God, yeah.
It kind of was. And, people hiding in like houses in the mountains. Like, nope.
It happened again, actually, in Wrath of the Lich King to a much lesser degree. Like, it wasn't self-spreading like that, like there was some kind of bug with DKs being able to do weird shit involving their disease. I don't remember exactly. That one I was there for, and I got all excited and went over to try to find it, and it was like nothing. It would fizzle out after like 1 or 2 players and then start back up again. It was actually pretty disappointing.
Well.
Anyway, what do you think is in Hakkar?
Okay, so the corrupted blood incident. Can I ask for one more hint? Is it a shot or a drink?
It is a shot.
It's a shot. Okay. It is a double shot glass with tequila, vodka, and grenadine. And that's it. Fuck it.
Okay. The closest you got was by mentioning grenadine, even though there's no actual grenadine in this. Essentially, what got you close there is Code Red, so it's got like cherry, Mountain Dew, whatever. This is not just a shot; it's a game. You pour yourself the shot, and I'll explain what's in a second. And you pour a shot for another person. You walk up to this other person, you hand them a shot, and you're like, hey, take a shot with me. If they ask you what the shot is, they take the shot and you tell them what's in it, but because they asked, now it's going to spread. So they have to pour themselves a shot, plus a shot for another person, go up to another person, say, hey, take a shot with me. And if they ask what's in it, and the same thing follows over and over and over. The drink spreads just like the corrupted blood incident of 2005, and the only way for it to stop is if everybody at the party has already taken one of these shots, or someone takes the shot without asking what it is. And that's how it's like the corrupted blood incident. But what is actually in this that you're drinking? So, this is kind of a loose format here. In a pitcher, you're going to just dump a 20-ounce Code Red Mountain Dew or a 2-liter, I don't fucking care. As much or as little Fireball cinnamon whiskey as you want, as much or as little honey whiskey as you want, and just a little bit of black pepper, and you mix it up and you serve it as a shot. Hey, take a shot with me. What's in it? Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
As you spread the disease. That's good. I like
it's
this.
Like the game. You can never win the game. You can only forget the game exists for a while.
You want to play a game.
I just lost the game. God damn it.
Exactly.
Ha! Roughly 50 of you listen every week. 50 of you just lost the game.
We're all going to die. Do you want me to send you off? Are you actually doing this now since it's at the top?
I'm doing the shot. I'm
okay.
doing the shot.
Can I send you off?
Please do.
All right. Over the lips, through the gums. Look out, asshole. Look out, Hakkar. That black pepper, though. Yeah.
It does not taste bad. It does not taste good. With a shot, how it tastes is never the important part. It has the bite that I was looking for between the pepper and the cinnamon. The sweetness of the honey whiskey pairs very well with the sweetness of the Code Red Mountain Dew. It's very good. It would make a good, I'm going to make the pepper optional because I feel like it didn't make that much of a difference. But, yeah.
You know what still though? Oh, sorry. It's still not as bad as getting malorted at the bar.
Oh,
like,
God.
Don't ever, if you're ever in Chicago and you're visiting or you've never been here, do not ever tell that to anyone at a bar. They'll be like, oh, let me buy you a drink. So anyways, Malort is still worse than that.
Evil.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'd rather take what you just had than a shot of Malort. I almost said a short of Malort, but yeah.
Did I have you and Bent on the show yet when I was talking about getting Smirnoff iced?
I don't remember.
I feel like that was a very early episode.
Oh my God, maybe. God, that was so long ago.
For anyone who doesn't know, getting iced is Like, if you're, I don't know, at a party with your friends for the weekend, you're up at the cabin or something, your friend goes to the bathroom, you grab a Smirnoff Ice, and you just stand outside the bathroom holding it up, and when he opens the door, he sees it, and he's like, fuck me, and he's got to drink it with, like, a knee on the floor and another one up, like taking a knee and then chugging it. That's getting iced.
That's a Smirnoff Ice, though.
Yeah.
I used to like
it's
those.
Way better than Malort.
Yeah, it is. They taste way better. Honestly, they don't get you that drunk, though.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the WoW news.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. All right, so possibly the most exciting news of the week is the race to world first. Liquid has secured the world first Queen Anseric kill on Mythic, and that happened just a couple hours ago. I am pulling up a website to make sure the figures I have here are still accurate. This is the first race to world first that I've actually paid attention to, and I'm really glad I have.
I've noticed you posting about that. So, like, I mean, I know you'll touch on it, but like me too, I definitely tuned into the result. Because I follow Aya and a few other people who have joined Liquid over the years that, like, I had been following before, so like I just kept following them. But like, yeah, watching that world first was, I didn't watch the whole fight, but that was interesting.
Mostly I was watching Liquid stream. When I was watching the race and I wasn't watching Liquid, it was specifically Cruella from Method whose stream I was watching, and I'm just gonna be clear about this. She's fucking gorgeous. That's why I was watching that. Anyway, 404 pulls it took for Liquid to kill Queen Anseric. And by the way, my wife is okay with me saying shit like that, or I wouldn't. 404 fucking pulls to kill Mythic Anseric. When I wrote these notes, Echo had gotten her to 4.07%, except now they are, at this current point in time, 4:58 Central Time on Sunday, the 29th of September. They're at 0.98%, so I think they're going to be getting real close here.
We're going to get that tonight, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Method has been trailing basically most of this whole race. They have her at 17.6%. Now, the difference here between Echo and Method, Echo has 413 pulls and Method has 379. They're in the same area of the world, so I'm not sure why it seems as though Method hasn't played as much. Maybe they have, and I'm just misunderstanding.
Were Echo and Method originally like in the same guild, or is that something that I messed up in my head somewhere? Like, I feel like these guys broke off from each other at one point, right? When Method was being like dickbags or something.
There were incidents within Method where, I'm trying to avoid saying specific names because I don't exactly remember if they're the names that were right, where there were some people doing some predatory shit, and a fair amount of people did not want to be associated with Method anymore because of that, and they broke off, and in the wake of that, Echo was formed. That's what happened.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought, but...
Yeah. So, yeah, gigantic congrats to Liquid. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm a Liquid fan, mainly because of the whole North America region thing, but also because, I don't know, I just enjoyed their broadcast. It was fun. I will say the boss had been nerfed slightly just a couple days ago, and I don't think that's a big deal, because that kind of thing. I wonder if they still would have gotten the kill in the same amount of pulls or not. To be clear, that nerf was justified. That boss was fucking nutty. But I wonder how that would have changed things if they hadn't nerfed it. Anyway, yeah, congrats Liquid. I am excited to see what the next tier will be and how that one will go. And then in the same vein as WoW Esports, the Arena World Championship has begun. And what's funny is Aya, who she's a caster for Liquid, was saying on the stream, well, the AWC starts on, she said Thursday, the other day. It would be really Friday, sorry. It would be really inconvenient if the boss died after that started, because she does both of these. Well, she had to hop over to do the AWC stuff. So the first 2 days of broadcast for Cup 1 were September 27th and the 29th, meaning as we record right now, it's still happening, but by the time you hear this episode, it'll be done. Cup 1, right now. Cup 2, look for that next weekend, October 4th through 6th. Cup 3, a week after that, and 4, a week after that. Now, as a reminder, I said this on the show in previous weeks, the top 3 teams will automatically go to the grand finals in November, while the bottom 5 will compete against each other for $20,000, and that's sort of like an underdog advancement style, bite everybody in the butt to get there. One winner from that bottom 5 group will go into the grand finals. So for the grand finals, that shot was strong. There'll be a total of 4 teams in there. So the bottom 5 teams is called the AWC Gauntlet. That will be happening on November 15th, and the grand finals will be November 16th through 17th. And you can watch that actually on Warcraft's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Warcraft. And there were a couple more things that happened in the news, but none of them really seemed all that significant to me to worth talking about. Like a couple nerfs here and there, like Silken Court got nerfed on Heroic and Normal, but whatever. It's not a big deal. So I have an idea for a game. Do you want to play a game?
Can you play a game? Are you good?
Maybe. We can try.
Maybe we can try.
Worst
Oh my
case
god, I can't do
scenario.
any worse than I did last week. Bro, I went back and listened to the episode last week and I'm like, why did I say those things? Like, I was listening to the show and I was like, oh, this is the zone I would say for that question, because I never remember what I said online, obviously. And I'm like, oh, it's totally High Mountain. And then I'm like, why did I say Fellwood? So I don't know. Like, I'm no good under pressure, but we can try.
All right. Well, let's play a game.
All right, let's play again.
Yeah, let's play a game. All right, this will be interesting because we're continuing the game we played last week, and by continuing, I mean still playing the same one, where points are restarting. But it's what zone am I thinking of? I'm gonna give you 3 hints. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, I get a point, and the first one of us to 5 points wins. What will make this interesting is I didn't actually come up with the zones or hints ahead of time. So as I just casually get rid of the background music to make that easier to edit, we can get started. Are you ready?
Yeah, and since it's just us, can I just say? I can just say, right? I don't have to DM you.
Oh, I thought you were saying, can I just say? And I was waiting for you to say it.
No, I can just say my answer.
Yeah, you can just say it.
Okay.
Okay. So, your 3 hints for the first one. A famous WoW funeral took place in this zone. There are furbolgs. And there is a kitty cat mount you can get here.
Is it Darnassus?
Wrong. It is Winter Spring.
Oh, okay.
So, that WoW funeral, there might be some people out there who have never heard of this. There was an alliance guild called Pals for Life that decided to disrupt an in-game funeral for somebody. And that was taking place in Winter Spring because that person liked snow, and it was next to a river because they liked fishing. And it was on a PvP server. So these a-holes decided, oh, this will be funny, and they just went and started fucking murking everybody.
I've seen weddings ruined too. It's so rude. I hate that.
The thing is, this is not the best claim to fame. There is a guy I went to high school with, and I might have even said this on the show before, but he was in that guild and participated in disrupting that funeral.
In Pals for Life?
Yeah.
I think you have mentioned that before, now that I think about it.
Fuck you, Hufford.
Oh,
Fuck you.
There you go.
God damn
No,
it.
so it was winter spring. It was not what I said.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Next zone. Okay, I know the zone. I just have to think for a sec. Okay. In this zone, you can find some murlocs. If you needed to find Princess the Pig, she's in this zone. And a mob you have to kill named Goldtooth is also in this zone. And by have to kill, I mean for a quest.
Okay, that's Elwyn Forest. I got
Fuck!
that
Too
one.
easy.
Okay, yeah. No, you can go with the easy though. That's that's totally fine. I
gave that away with Princess the Pig, didn't I?
And then Goldtooth sealed the deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Let me think. Crap, I can't remember the name of the zone I want to use.
Open the map.
I'm not in the game.
Oh,
I have
that's
too
right.
many
We're recording.
programs
We don't
running
play
right now.
while we record. No, we don't.
I mean, sometimes. I totally would if I didn't have different programs to monitor while I did it. Shit, what the fuck was this place called? All right, it was gonna be the Draenei starting zone. I don't remember what that is. What
Azure Style. Do I get a free
yeah,
point?
that. No, you don't.
Ah, fuck you. What were gonna be the questions about it? Oh, I want to know.
So it was gonna involve pissed off blood elves, except I think they're up in Blood Mist Isle, so I don't think it would have counted. Okay, all right. Your 3 clues for this next one: Area 52, biospheres, and Tempest Keep.
Netherstorm.
God damn it!
Ow.
See,
I spent so much time there. Grinding the reputations.
See, this is where like it's easier to tell that I'm not actually good at trivia. I'm just good at coming up with shit that will be hard to guess, but I can't do it on a moment's notice.
Well, it's in my favor. It's in my favor that you're a tired new dad and you have, basic questions. So that's cool.
Fair.
I like it. I like winning. Don't worry. I like it.
Okay. Let's see if you get this one. Prison, PvP, and a raid.
That's Tol Barad?
Son of a bitch.
Too many rep grinds, bro.
Yeah.
Quit picking the ones where you have to grind the rep and the mounts. Oh my god.
Well, the score is 3-1 right now. I am not doing great.
If I had to come up for one with you, I would not be able to do it on the seat of my pants. So.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in myself for making myself think this hard after doing a pretty strong shot. I don't drink very often, so when I do, it hits me quick.
That is true. Wait, if it's best of 5 or first to 5?
It's first to 5.
Okay. I have 4.
You have 3.
Okay.
I have 1. Okay, this might sound a little too vague, but you balance on some sticks, you go for a balloon ride, and while you're on that balloon ride, you find out that there is a thorn that needs to be removed.
A thorn that needs to be removed out of the balloon ride?
Put thorn in quotation marks.
Huh. Thorn. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, you did stump me. Shit.
It's the Wandering Isle.
Wandering Isle? It is?
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
shit. Okay.
Okay, so
I was going to say
you balance on some
I would have
sticks,
fucked up anyways.
and you go on the balloon ride because the giant turtle's like, hey, something hurts. Can you go have a look? And then you discover it's a fucking boat jammed into his, like, shell or something, and it's a thorn, and you got to remove the thorn.
Oh. Okay, so this is not the first time I've said this on the show, but I've never done a panda from the beginning.
I would like to think you've never done a panda. What the fuck?
No,
doing pandas.
I have a panda, but I did it during remix. I've never done, I never did the Wandering Isle. I never did any of that. Is that what it is? Like part of the opening quest or?
Yeah, but also I was kind of shaming you for having sex with panda bears.
Oh, I don't do that.
That's why I said no doing pandas.
Yeah, no doing pandas.
You said you've never done a panda. Oh, wait, that's not shaming. That's just saying something you shouldn't do.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts. Never done a
fucking-
panda.
Let's see. What's next?
Wait, so it's 3-2. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Spiders, flying blimp zeppelin things, and breaking people out of webs.
Is it Hollow Fall?
It is not. It could be. It could also be the spider place, but actually it's Borean Tundra. Because you take a zeppelin to get in there.
You're right.
There's spider people you gotta kill. That was kind of a cheap shot. I'll accept that I played a cheap shot there, but I don't care. I'm taking the point.
That's okay. So 3-3. We should have a tiebreaker and then or first to 5.
It's the first to 5, so
Okay.
yeah.
Damn, you creeped up on me though.
I did.
With the spiders and the blimps.
Okay. So this zone, the blood of Deathwing is in this zone. There is a dungeon that drops a mount in this zone, and there is a rare mob that drops a mount in this zone.
Is it Deep Home?
It is!
Yay!
I have the one mount. I have the Anax mount, the purple.
That
like,
is so
stone
crazy. I
dragon
remember
thing.
you talking about that on the show when you got that. Like I gave up on that. It's like, oh, let me go see if it's around. No, it's not around. And then you went there one time and it was just there, and you're like,
it was there.
No. Yeah.
I don't have the mount from the Stone Core. That's the dungeon mount I was talking about.
I do have that one. Yeah, I do have that one, but I don't have the Annex. That honestly, it'd be better to have the Annex. The dungeon one you could farm.
You can, yeah. The Anax and the Time Lost Proto Drake. Have they done any kind of mounts like that since, where it's just like super rare?
I don't think so, but I think I feel like the way the trading post is going over time, this shit is all just gonna end up on the trading post or in some sort of time walking. Like eventually more people are gonna have these. And not to go too far off, I know we're doing trivia, like just one thing. Like people have said, like, oh, how would you feel if like Invincible showed up on the trading post? I literally
How would you know? You can't see him.
I don't care. Oh, I know, right? You can't see him. Sylvanas is gonna come down and peg him and not see him. But I actually don't give a shit. I literally feel like if you want it, you should have it. And yeah, I farmed it. I'm not gonna get mad at other people if they go get a bunch of like traders tendies and get Invincible. I would not care.
Yeah, the two rarest mounts I have are my Swiftzulian Tiger and my modeled Drake, both of which I did not get from Black Market Auction House. One, a guy gave it to me because he knew how bad I wanted it when he won the roll. That was the Tiger. And the modeled Drake I got from getting the trading card. Legit, I didn't buy the card on eBay. I got it in a pack. I have to admit there will be a small part of me that'll be sad when and if either or both of those go to the trading post. But I'm not about to kick up dirt and scream and everything. Like, I've had them this whole time. That has been my extra boon, to have had them this long. Okay, let's see. Next zone.
4-3.
Let me think.
I think 4-3.
Oh, yeah, you have 4, I have 3. Okay. Gorillas, giant pissed off trolls, and raptors.
Shit. I want to say Zandalar or like, what is that?
So that
Zandalar
is a good guess.
City, right? No.
No, I was actually thinking Stranglethorn Vale.
Oh, I was gonna fucking say that. God damn it. Holy shit. I
The
couldn't remember
problem
if trolls were
is-
there. I couldn't remember. I was like, no, that's not. Oh, no.
The problem is that description I gave could definitely apply to Zandalar.
That's okay, though. You were going, man, I was going to say Shinglethorn, and I couldn't remember if trolls were there or not. I was like, no. So it's funny. I couldn't remember if trolls were in Shinglethorn, and I honestly couldn't remember that raptors were in the Dazarlor or whatever. Like, I was like, oh shit, it's one
There's
of these
got to be
two.
raptors somewhere, right?
All right, no, I picked the wrong one. Oh my god, that sucks. So we're at 4-4. This is a tiebreaker. Oh my god, this is so
Yeah.
fun.
Okay, I know where I'm thinking, but give me a second here.
I thought I knew where I was thinking too, bud.
Okay, so this is sort of a bonus hint, but also not really. It's just to kind of give you a better idea of what I'm thinking, okay? It's not so much a zone as it is a city. There are grapple points, a whole lot of alcohol, and shit, what was the third thing? You cannot set your hearthstone here. Grapple points, alcohol, no hearthing available.
It's a city,
Yes.
but you can't hearth there. Fuck. God damn it. This is like the Brewfest place, the inn. Oh my god. Fuck. I lost. I can't think of it.
Oh, you don't know it? It's
can't.
Suramar City.
What's it called?
Suramar City.
Oh, then I was wrong anyways.
What were you thinking of?
I was thinking of the place where you go down into the Dark Iron Taverns, and there's like that
the
inn way
oh,
down there where you get the pink
Shadowforge
elephants that I still haven't gotten and stuff. Yeah.
That still would have been a correct, like, fitting the fucking
Description. Yeah.
hints I gave. Like,
Yeah.
no hearthing. You can't hearth the Shadowforge. Well, no, not true.
It's Shadowforge
Iron
Inn,
Dwarves.
right? Or something like that. Yeah.
Dark Iron Dwarves can, if you don't set your hearth to, like, Stormwind or whatever, and you hit your hearth, you'll end up back in Shadowforge.
That's their home. Yeah.
So that then doesn't fit the... Anyway,
won.
that, I win!
You win.
I win. Am I head of the class or am I eating ass? I don't know. We'll
It's up
find
to
out.
you.
I don't think I ever settled one way or another. Anyway, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, you just got me thinking about eating ass right now. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Bad enough.
My final thought is I am fucking loving what the War Within has been giving us thus
Yes.
far. And I
Yes.
have been loving watching the Race the World First. And I'm a little sad that before too long there aren't going to be streams to watch anymore because Echo's still going, Method's still... Oh, that'll actually be my real final thought before I sign us off. Let's have a look if Echo got any farther. As my webpage loads. Y'all can just listen to the trippy music for a second. Nope, they are still at 0.98%. 416.
What do we have? Nope.
What do you mean? What?
Oh no, I was
Can
just saying, like, what do we have? And then you reported, so I said, oh.
Oh. Yep, there we go. I've noticed that sometimes when I open my web browser while I'm in Discord, for some reason it doesn't say my words. Like, they don't go to Discord. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, I suppose now we're just going to go ahead and, get on out of here. So you can follow us on the social media places. I am at Woolly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y on Twitter and Instagram. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom, Gershom, and that's all one word on Twitter. And the show, of course, is at Thrall's Balls Pod on Twitter. You can email us with any feedback or questions, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can also leave us feedback on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or even in a specialized reviews channel on our Discord. You go to thrallsballs.com to find our link tree, and there'll be a link in there to our Discord and other relevant links. That said, our URL is still experiencing some issues. I'm going to do everything I can to get that fixed by next week, but until then, you can find a direct invite link to our Discord at the bottom of the show notes and pinned on our Twitter page, @ThrallsBallsPod. Bye, we love you, be good.
Bye, swingers. We love you. Be good.